Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and today we're going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Libra. If Libra is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. Okay, let's get started. Okay, and let's see, what do these tea leaves have to say? Oh, and this one's interesting because we have the ribbon, and I will show you. I'm wearing this right now. And I think it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month right now. But this has definitely been on my mind. And so I feel it's been on your mind as well. We have a person with the ribbon right above their head. So I feel that and now the ribbon doesn't have to just be Cancer. Of course, there are ribbons for many things. But I think that you have been thinking about somebody or a situation, maybe it is even yourself, that has been either working through something, managing something, or, getting treatment for some kind of thing tied to a ribbon. Okay. And maybe you are involved in some kind of volunteer work, charity work. Okay. And I think that this is very important to you. And let me just say, it's wonderful if you are, involved and, hopefully, whatever is going on or whatever has gone on, it is something that you've had support through, or you have been the supporting person. But even as the supporting person who often goes kind of looked over in these situations when you're a caretaker, hopefully you have support from your family and community. I just want to recognize this energy. Okay, I don't want to go too deeply into it, but I just want to say I see it, I feel it, and it seems to be there. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna spin this really quick. Oh, and our card for this reading, I got I got out of my normal routine here, is the Ace of Cups. Okay, and this, is kind of the Holy Grail. It is the vessel of great emotion, of spirit. There is a sense of renewal here in your life, the beginning of something grand, a lot of potential. Okay. All right. So I want to take a look at, we have a person here who's kind of, these two people, there's one here and there's one here. And I feel like they are kind of reaching out to one another. One is kind of almost in a position of, it looks like being blown away by the wind. And this one looks like it's reaching out with his big hand. And so I get the sense that there is some longing here, okay? Kind of wanting to be with somebody. Maybe you have not seen them in a while. Maybe a family member, a loved one. maybe somebody who you used to have a romantic relationship with. Whatever it is, I feel like there's a lot of longing there. And I think, you know, an amount of, with that Ace of Cups energy, I think really the motivation to come together with them again, a reunion. And so if you have been thinking about going to visit, and I know holidays are coming up soon, maybe you're going to go home and visit or see the your parents, or, you know, see the family or whatever, then I think that you should make that trip. I think that this is a, you know, seeing this image, it tells me it is something that is important to you. Okay. And I think that you should go ahead and try to make that happen if you can. Now down here we have, and it almost reminds me of, maybe like Mother Mary. And we can see that there are maybe some animals surrounding her. And I feel there is a big mother energy here. The unconditional love, being in tune with your environment, with the plants, with the animals, being present, being a caretaker, you know, being that source of love and healing for others. And it's very much in this emotional zone here. So I think that this is definitely something that you identify with. Okay. And this is something that people identify you with. When they think of you as somebody who is quite nurturing. Now, you are in this place of balance. It seems like it is pretty serene, but I always like to mention, even with these kinds of symbols, you have to take care of yourself. You cannot give all of yourself away to other people, all of your time, all of your energies. You must have something for yourself, or you will become depleted, and more and more and more so. So please take a rest where you can. Make sure you're doing grounding exercises, mindfulness, having a healthy sleep schedule, getting into restful sleep, okay? Intentional movement, getting outside, being with those animals that love you so much, and you know, making sure that you're listening to not only your emotions and your thoughts, but how your body is feeling. Okay, so if you're feeling run down, you need to take a bigger rest than normal. If you start to feel like you're getting sick, this is definitely a time, at least in the Northern Hemisphere, a lot of people getting sick, right? Flu season is upon us. So, please listen to yourself. Don't get run down to the point where it's hard to get back, bounce back from it, okay? And now, where did you go? Yeah. Oh, here. It looked like we have a goose, we have a bird, we have what looks like, I imagine, is a child, okay, running. It looks like the goose and the child are running at each other. And I think this is very playful. So I feel like there is really a place of youthfulness, really, and being able to immerse yourself in the fantasy of things, the enjoyment, daydreaming. We have the goose that is abundance, right? Resources, abundance. And we have the child who has the ability to see the way to this abundance. And the child sees that because the child is not blinded and marred by all of the stress and cynical and you know, things that happen as we get older. We don't take the time to daydream as often. We don't you know, get too far into our fantasy worlds, our dreams. We miss the nuance of things because we're so busy. We're going from one thing to the next. You know, we maybe don't feel that great, tired, you know, whatever it is. But as a child, you are experiencing the world so presently. You know, things seem so clear, so easy to figure out. Plus, you know, the brain is just growing, building so many new connections every single day. So really experiencing a lot of things for the first time. There are not as many kind of anchors of judgment or familiar, you know, kinds of places where, oh, I've seen this before, this must be what this is. Well, when you're a kid, you're building those, you know, those familiar connections, associations. And so there is an openness that we lack as adults, but we can recreate some of that, okay, through active imagination, through creativity, you know, experiencing things that are immersive, artwork, sculpture, reading books, listening to music, letting go of some inhibition, and really just finding a way to enjoy, okay? And or just feel anything, right? But in a way that is uncontrolled, you know, safely, right? Within reason. But allowing yourself the space to cry, to sob, to scream, you know, let that rage, let that hurt, let that trauma go out, you know, safely. You know, and so I feel, you know, this is part of the work you've been doing. I feel like there is a return to this kind of naive explorer of the universe, finding your way to that abundance. Now, we also have a bird up here. I think that there is some sacred messaging coming through to you. We have the abundance, we have the bird or the goose with abundance, the bird with a message. Now, I think in your dream world, in your interior world, wherever you're going, wherever you're visiting, there is something coming for you. Okay? Take note of it. We also have a serpent, okay, right here, of knowledge. Okay, not like a snake in the grass. This is a serpent of knowledge, delivering that opportunity to explore something more deeply. Maybe you're going back to school. Maybe you are, you know, getting into a new hobby. Maybe you have joined a new religion. Whatever it is, there is a potent feeling of emotionality tied to this new sense of wonder, interest, traveling down that rabbit hole a bit. And I think that, you know, you've made the choice. You have the messages coming to you. And, you know, I think just not squandering it, you know. You're in a position of being able to receive large spiritual downloads, and there's a little check mark, and I think, you know, you will do that, right? But you have to do something with it. So, you know, whatever that looks like to you, I can't tell you exactly what to do with it, but, you know, I will always recommend putting it into your creative life. You know, take up some kind of medium, painting, writing, drawing, work, you know, weaving grass, I don't know, whatever it is. Put this spiritual energy, this experience that you're going through, this, you know, rite of passage into your next place. Put it into something meaningful to you, okay? Now we have another bird flying. This one looks more like, almost like a crane. And so we have a sense of, well, deep wisdom, right? A sacred, these sacred birds, a lot of contemplation, but they're on the move. So there is a migration. And I feel that you will come to some understandings about life, about yourself. And I really feel like in the next 6 months, you're going to be deciding on the next thing for yourself. If you're going to be moving, if you are maybe going to start thinking about a different career path, whatever it is, maybe start really in earnest doing something with that creative energy. I almost think maybe starting to write something, a collection of poetry, a novel, something like that. This will be an important time for you. I think it's all coming together. And it has been for some time, but I really feel like there's that push. And the universe is really, really speaking to you. And I feel like you are receptive. You have an open heart. You have the will to do something with those messages. And I almost feel like you want to share, not only your experience, but the way that things feel. You want other people to feel this way. And so I think that you are a person who has the communication skills to be able to put that into something that is coherent for others to, to listen to read, to look at, and be there inspired as well. And, that's definitely this grail energy. Okay. Let's go ahead and pick a Earthbound Oracle card. And I'm just going to stop where it feels right. Maybe right there. That feels right. Okay, we have fire. Ooh, we have those creative fires coming together. That, creative sexual energy of the universe. Now, let's see. I'm going to do probably 2 more. Let's see what this one is. Oh, soul. Yeah, fire and soul. Definitely, definitely in that creative zone. Oh my goodness. Okay. One more. Let's see. I'm excited. Obfuscate. I don't know what to put something out, right? What does that even mean? Let me look it up. I kind of thought it meant to kind of take yourself away from something. But let me look really quick. Okay. Render obscure, unclear, unintelligible. Bewilder somebody. I'm going to do I can't play it maybe in the obfuscate. Yeah. So I temper self through this is big energy, okay? Fire, soul. Super, super, super motivated, inspired. There's a clarity here. Almost can get into a manic energy, okay? So be careful. Do not burn out. Just go too hard with it. You have to temper yourself. Take your time. Don't spiral. That's the other thing. Obsession. Becoming obsessed. To the point of losing touch with reality. And that can happen too. That happens a lot with people in magical work. Within, what we would call conspiracy. Or, pseudo spiritual or whatever. People can take up with things that feel really right in the moment, but go overboard with them, right? And that can be really detrimental. So just be careful, be mindful, right? Okay, I'm going to go ahead. This is my last reading of the day. I need a drink of water, and I'm going to... I wish I could take a nap. I have lots more to do today, but I need a nap, my goodness. Well, last night I was doing my readings until like midnight, so I didn't get to sleep until like after 1 o'clock, and then I was up at like 7, so I'm just a little bit weary. All right, I'm going to go ahead and say thank you for spending this time with me. It is always such an honor, Libra, to be able to bring these messages to you. If you'd be so kind as to like the video, it helps us get into the algorithm. And as we know, the algorithm really decides everything about everything in this entire universe. It rules it, right? So we like to make it happy with the engagement that it wants and needs. And we do that by liking the video, sharing the video on other social media platforms. What's the other ones? Watching the readings from the beginning to the end, and, watching other videos if you want. Your other placements, doing cross-watching for your loved ones. If you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next videos are coming out. And if you want to leave a comment, please do. I read all of them. I do. I read all of them, and they mean so much to me. I try to reply back to as many as I can. For a long time, I did every single one. Sometimes, it's just so many of them. So I do as many as I can, but I am reading all of them, okay? And I love you, and we will talk in a few days. And I hope you had a wonderful eclipse. I feel like it was so blessed for myself, for my family, and I hope it was for you too. Thank you.